how do I get someone to find... No, that's not how it went, or it's supposed to be. How am I supposed to find someone's cartoon version of themselves when I can't and see their shoes? First answer, try looking up some images of it. Step 2, ask the person. And if step 1 doesn't work, or step 3, just give up. Or kick the butt. No, I'm just kidding. I honestly didn't know what I was going for with that. Hey guys, it's Gum here, and we are back with more Sonic Generations. The last time we finished the classic era off, and this time we're going to be starting on the Dreamcast era, which is my favorite era in the game. And we're starting off with a city, by the looks of it. Is it Station Square? No, it's Speed Highway. Okay, so get ready for us to go. I don't know how I ended up there. Let's get ready for us to go up and down and all around. And then, darn it. But yeah, stage is pretty cool, and it's kind of unique about it is that it kind of feels like its own. It feels like the most original has some assets that weren't quite in the original Speed Highway. Like one, you're on a highway. Well, I mean, this was kind of in the original Sonic, back in Sonic Adventure Speed Highway. Well, like assets where you're like going inside buildings, things and such, which you didn't really do that much in the original. Come to think of it, you were mostly running on top of buildings. The only times where you were really going through a building was right before the running down the building part. But that was really the only part I could really think of. It's also kind of funny that I'm mentioning Sonic Adventure because I actually went back to that game a little bit just to look at something too, because I'm for a project I'm working on it. But then there was another project that I'm working on that involves what I was saying at the beginning of the video. You know, so what are those projects? Who knows? Hey. Oh, this is a nice touch here. Well, you ring the bell and the rings come out. That's a nice little throwback to that. To when you could ring the bells in Sonic Adventure there. So that's pretty cool. Now one thing I also do want to say was that I mentioned back in like episode 1 or 2 was that I kind of wish they added a zone from Shadow the Hedgehog. The reason I was saying that is because since you already had the boss fight from Sonic CD, of Stardust Speedway with Metal Sonic from Sonic CD, I figured, oh, they could use something else. But then again, I also kind of forgot that that they could have something that they used in. They did reuse an area, some 2 assets from one game, even later on in the Dreamcast era. So they could have honestly included an actual stage from CD, as well as 3 by itself, and we got 4 red rings in that stage. That's the most we've gotten in a stage already. So will we get all 5 in one? Who knows? But hey, we'll just have to wait and see. Yeah, but anyway, when you get all 5 red rings, a giant, instead of it showing all 5 right there above the name of the level, instead it will transform into one giant red ring, which is pretty cool. So I'll definitely have to show it off in a bonus in this video, and I don't know why in some cases the text texting is a different color, but when later on it changes to being orange, and Lightspeak Dash tutorial is featured in this act. Would you like to see the tutorial? Sure. And then it shows the slow motion version of it. So yeah, carries over asset. It's basically giving us some tutorials on how to do certain tricks and such. Like, can we do this trick here? Oh no! That helicopter there, if you can time the homing attack just right, you can grab onto it and get to a higher platform, even though you can also just air boost up to it. But so, yeah, there's that you can do. human speed highway. Wait, so, and I do love how the opening starts off with being like as a full one-to-one recreation of the original stage, and yeah, so we do the Lightspeak dash here, which operates pretty much the same as it did in Sonic Unleashed, except there was one difference with it, is that you can only do certain types of rings. Like there will be these rings that will be glowing, like we're coming up to right now. So and you just press Y and you immediately go for it. But so that's one thing that's different from Unleash. And I also heard some people say it's pretty unresponsive in Generations. Like sometimes you'll be pressing the button, and before I get to that, here's them running down the building part, and now the cops are chasing us or going down the building with us. Only this doesn't feel nearly as long as it did in I don't know if I got the red ring or not. Only if it does. I feel like it doesn't feel like it lasts nearly as long as it did in Sonic Adventure. And funny thing, when I was practicing the stage for the Let's Play, the camera got, after that running down the hill part, building part, the camera was like locked below the floor. I don't know why, but luckily it didn't do it that time. But anyway, back to the Lightspeed dash. It's like, I've heard some people say it's unresponsive in this game, but yeah, I've seen it a few times, but yeah, it's fine. I guess it's because you're running so fast and you have to press it really quickly so that you can. And I guess in other instances, like in Generations mods, to where it's on like a timer before it disappears, and yeah. And then another thing that we got in the stage was the drifting. It was a good stage to it, but I took an alternate pathway that skipped a good amount of drifting. In which I'll talk about that in a little bit. And in fact, I even heard some people say they wanted the Lightspeed dash to be gone in Lost World, even though it kind of was, but also kind of wasn't, because the hover wisp, can you still use it? And I think it was still in Forces, if I remember. Yeah, trying to be brave, conquer your fears, claim it. You know what they should do now is make you so you appear in more games, because it's been gone for like this entire past decade. Hey, which in a way that's kind of a good thing, because that way Pontoc and Graph haven't really ruined your character. So I guess that's one good thing about it. But anyway, now on to my favorite stage in the game. Yeah, I had to be quiet to hear the remix of Escape from the City, which is fantastic. And you saw Puyo Puyo Tetris 2 be installed, because I was reinstalling it, because I had to make space for something else before, but now I can reinstall it. But anyway, we're on City Escape, which is pretty amazing, especially for stage. Definitely my favorite in the game. For both classic and modern. And the gun truck is back with all the gun robots, and that gun truck is so determined to try to stop Sonic that it will do anything to do it. Like even just like ramming through a building and offshoots. Or destroying the platforms for us to make it onto the higher pathways. But hey, we can wow, it actually worked. I was amazed by that. And something that's cool. Classic Sonic on a skateboard. That's great. And it's only in this stage you should miss the higher half win. If you hit a wall with this thing, then, or jump in a certain spot, a spot where you just, that looks like a wall, then you lose up the skateboard. Hey, it's a pretty cool thing in here, which kind of wish there were more levels like it. In fact, even at Challenge Act, that was just entirely like this. But it probably is, but I can't remember. And look, missing posters for Mighty the Armadillo and Ray the Flying Squirrel since 1993. Which, they can flip that poster off now thanks to Sonic Mania Plus, because they're in that. And so, that's cool. So that's one way how you can look at it, but then they should probably update that to say missing since 2018. And hold on, I'm trying to get the red ring here. Bad you can't just fall through the platforms, you have to actually jump in. There we go. And start jumping up this thing, and this thing can be pretty tall. Especially this one I'm on right now, because it can go up so high that you'll be like, whoa, how high does this go? High enough to where you can see where the buildings end, and there's an invisible barrier preventing us from doing something crazy, because of this last part here where the truck gets destroyed, right, and bam. Man, I love how we see the destroyed gun truck over there, and the reaction of classic Sonic right there, like, whoa, did I do that? And if I did, then that's no good. Oh man, but it's definitely my favorite classic Sonic stage and modern Sonic stage. Because, you know, this was the first video game I ever played, so of course and first Sonic game I ever played, so of course this had to be my favorite. And people knew what they were doing on the level design here, even for the music. Now we're going into Act 2, which I love how this thing starts off. Okay, yeah, I'm done for that now, but being quiet until you can hear the music. It's too great. These remixes are awesome. And yeah, it's the snowboarding part there, which I love how you start off with that. And yeah, I also love how the stage is so faithful to the original. No, but yeah, the snowboarding part, snowboard controls are like great. You can even drift and boost in them, which is cool. Well, like, I think we'll even see more of it in a challenge act that we're going to be doing later on. But anyway, ran down the building, but it's a lot shorter this time. But oh well. But yeah, so I just don't know what to say about the stage now, because it's kind of at a loss for words, really. So, okay, wait, this way. Okay, so that I don't really have too much else to say on it, except there are some more posters that are coming up here. And two same Mighty and Ray posters will be there, as well as some new ones that we haven't seen yet, which they might have been in the last act, but I'm not sure. It's like it's wanted posters for Fang the Sniper, and I forget what those two characters' names are. And it's a Mighty and Ray poster again. And then yeah, see, like, how faithful this is, the original. This point's still here, even though that came first, and then the running down the hill part. Man, the gun truck's back! And it has buzzsaws coming at us. What the heck is this thing? And Gun Truck's definitely gone more madder than ever. But even more mad than in Adventure 2 one. And did I just see Big the Cat right there running from the gun truck? No, I'm just kidding. Big the Cat wasn't there. Even though he was there on the Xbox/PlayStation version and I think PC version. But now we're starting to run on the rooftops which is crazy. Because how would there be so many roofs for the gun truck to run on top of? Here and now we're running on the wall, and now he has rockets coming out of us and almost about to hit us. And bam! That part's just so much more thrilling than the original because of the running on the roofs and the rockets and the buzzsaws. It just feels so much more intense and funner than the original, even though there's nothing wrong with the original. It's just running down hills, making turns, and such. The only parts I find that kind of fun challenge is the 2 orange ramps that you have to time the jump to, even though you don't really get anything special for it. But that's just me.
Thanks, Big Blue. That's the first time I've ever been stolen.
Yep, now we see Rouge the Bat. And here, so that's City Escape. Even now on to the next place here, which isn't really part of the Dreamcast. Yeah, it wasn't never on the Dreamcast, but I can kind of understand why. So what are we in? We're in Seaside Hill from Sonic Heroes, which this was a stage on Sonic Heroes was a game on the GameCube, not on the Dreamcast. But whoa, but you know, I can kind of give this one a pass and say, and yeah, I can kind of count that because one, Sonic Heroes had the voice actors from the adventure games that were on the Dreamcast. That's one end. I don't know what else to say, but that's one thing I will give it a bit over that. How the heck? I would say Heroes is a little more closer to the classics than the adventure games. In terms of the aesthetic and areas you're in, and because in the adventure games you're in kind of like the real world of humans. Oh no, we're drowning! And come on, make it out there. One thing I just kind of don't like is that when you're underwater, the music kind of just goes away, or just gets very muffled up, which kind of sucks. But that's just one minor thing I have with the stage. So there was an invisible wall there that stopped me. But oh well, at least it didn't kill me. And yeah, if you have enough speed, you could run on water. But that might have just been because there was an auto running part there to make the turn. But I know in the next act, if you boost, you can run on water. And it's a good thing I'm making most of these jumps here for the higher pathway because the higher path is definitely one of the tougher spots to get to. This is definitely one of the stages where it can be kind of tough to reach the higher pathways. I'll give it that. It's definitely one of the tougher stages to reach the higher pathways. Well, for Act 1 here, because normally I never do that, but I guess I'm just having good luck. Or I'm just that good at the game. Or I realized I'm better at the game than I realized. There's something, but yeah. So far I just seem to be doing fairly well here, which I'm quite surprised. So, and this one's pretty cool. It's a giant rock. They brought that back, even though that was in Ocean Palace, not Seaside Hill. Well, they are kind of the same place all by the design looks of them, and for one, because plus like at the end of Seaside Hill, you end on this whale statue, and well, that's one pathway I didn't get the upper half of, and that would contain the last red ring of the stage. Because like in Seaside Hill, you would, at the end of the stage, you would end on like this giant whale rock, and then when Ocean Power starts, you go off the tail wing, the tails of that whale. You know, so it's like a secret continuation of that stage. Heck, I kind of wish there was like a version that had it to where you would go through all of both Seaside Hill and Ocean Powers in one, and not separately. So like, because the continuation part of it is there. So like that would have been cool if they did do that. Or heck, maybe there could be a Generations mod of that. But who knows? Wall jumps featured here, so here's the tutorial. So as you can see here, it's pretty much the same as it was in Unleash and Colors, except the only difference is now you have these black platforms to wall jump off of, and you can't just wall jump off of any wall, which feels weird when more unnatural, because because when you think about it, if you were gonna wall jump off something, you would wall jump off an actual that wall of it, not just have some wall that has been placed there for you to wall jump off of. I don't know. That's just my logic of it. But anyway, I love how the stage starts off recreating the beginning here with like and then once it comes to like that loop to loop there, this is when it changes up. All that's missing is Tails and Knuckles. Where are you guys? You should be here with me. But no, they're not here. Or are they? Because we did save them. I'm back in Green Hill and Sky Sanctuary. And see here, there we go. So that wall jump can be a little tricky to make sometimes, but luckily I made it. And also, since you can boost on the water here, and one thing you may notice, there's a bunch of these life things around, and one thing you don't want to do is go past them for too long, because if you do, there'll be a giant fish that'll come out and eat you, and that's no good. Oh shoot. Like that. But anyway, the reason I was going back here was because it's actually something new I recently found out not too long ago. It's a secret pathway here, and it has spikes. But darn it, did not mean to walk into that. But yeah, there's nothing special about that, just a secret pathway to just troll us. I guess not too many people will know about that. I certainly didn't when I first played the game, but I do know that boost right there to get up here to have a shortcut up to the higher route. Oh, and good, we took the cart path. If we selected the turtle path, we would have gone to the bottom path there, and that. There's definitely a lot of cool alternate pathways there. So, and here we are on the cart again. Or the bobsled, as what it was called in Heroes, and this thing doesn't really control too well because it makes like more realistic. It's more realistic in turning, where in Heroes you just immediately go from left to right. You go left and right when you just hold the direction. And now the music's changed to Ocean Powers, which is kind of cool. But even though it's supposed to be Seaside Hill, but I can see why. Yeah, look at that there. You saw that, right? I wall jumped off that platform. Why couldn't I just wall jump off it before, or any other time? So that would have been cool. That alright, you have to jump there to get the red ring. Yeah, but anyway, stage is almost over anyway, so let's see here, and I was gonna try to jump over that, and if you take those red ramps here, what happens is you would miss the platform slightly, and then a whale or doll, no, it's a whale, or mammal, whatever it is will come out and save you, and you'll make the jump there, so that's cool. And you can even avoid the ramps too, and jump onto the platform there as like a little shortcut, which I was trying to do, but I failed.
So I think we've pieced together more of what's happening, and it's not good. When that thing goes through time, it tears space apart, leaving the areas empty and dead, and sticking them in this weird white limbo. When the Sonics accelerate through time, they fix space, returning color and life.
Then I guess we have to run like there's no tomorrow, or there won't be a tomorrow.